Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good afternoon class.
Good afternoon, sir.
Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Right. Before we start, please download the question from Kalam. This question over here. So today we are going to answer past year hot 2 question. This one is to prepare you for tomorrow hot. Done? Done download?
Done, sir.
Okay, please read the question. Okay, starting from this point. Give you 3 minutes to read it first. Later we do it together. Okay, understand? Easy? Very short question, just 2 pages, including figures and table. Okay, actually this is straight to the point, so you need to develop a system to calculate the water usage. Water usage based on the number of gallons used by the user. So the gallons. So what are the requirements? Okay, requirements for this question is first, your system should be able to read the customer account and water usage. Okay, data about the customer account and water usage is shown in table 1. So meaning that this is a fixed value lah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, 7 customer account, 7 gallons. Okay, so clearly over here we need to use what class to store the customer account? How can we store all the customer account at one time? Store everything
Array, sir.
using what?
Array.
Using array, correct. So this is one array. Okay, customer account, one array. Gallons use one array. Clear? Okay, so next, compute the water usage charges for each customer based on. You haven't done this yet, right? You guys dah buat ni belum? Not yet, right?
Haven't.
This question. Belum.
Haven't.
Okay, compute the water usage. Haven't. Okay. For each customer based on the water usage rates as shown in table 2. Okay, so once user entered this value, next is to do the calculation based on this condition. Okay. Again, this is a straightforward decision. Okay, next one. Print a chart listing the customer account, the water usage in gallons, and water usage charges in RM for each customer as shown in figure 1. So these are the outputs. So from here, okay, tell me, this line over here, is it input or output?
Input.
Muhammad apa ni? Input. Baru nak tanya. Input. Okay, correct. This one is input. How about this statement over here? Input or output? Apa ni? CB20070. Okay. Muhammad Akmaluddin. Your answer?
Sir, dia type, sir. Dia mic problem cakap.
Oh, mic problem. Apa? Input output. What is input output? Input output. I ask you either input or output. Either one. Input or output. Akmaluddin. The first line input.
The first fraction of
Then?
the
This is my question over here. The highlighted one. Is it input or output? The first line input. All the line. This one up until this point. Input. Everything is input. So you need to know to interpret if there's a figure like this. If there's no indicator to differentiate between input and output, so you must be able to differentiate which one is input, which one is output. So clearly this is input, right? it couldn't be output, right? Okay, so user need to enter this one by one lah. Okay, enter account and then enter usage. So this is based on this one. Okay, that's why the question mentioned read each of the customer account and water usage. Okay, so read from where? Read from the user. Okay, enter everything, and this part over here is the outputs. Okay, these are also the outputs. Okay, so we identify already customer account and gallon as an array, and is there any other array should we put in our program? Ada? Any other array than customer account and gallons? Or is it just the two only? Okay, we identify this as the array. Any array? Any other array?
Charges.
Charges. Okay, correct. So this is array. So how to identify array? Easy, eh? First, by looking at the table. Is table like this? Then, most probably it is array. Then, by looking at this one, so these are the output. If you see output something like this, so the only easiest way to come out with output like this, okay, is by using array. Okay, the sequence. Sequence for customer account, there are more than one value for customer account. So array, so more than one value for gallon. Array, more than one value for charges. Then this is array. Okay, so this is very important to start our program. Okay, next, after completed the non-module program, okay, so first step, how to answer hot to question. This is, I'm giving you the tips. First step to answer hot to is by doing the non-module program first. Okay, so make sure your non-module program is free from error, and then you move forward to the modules part. The modules is first, you need to create function calculate charges. Okay, and then second is to create a function display customer charges. So we will look at this later on. So let's just focus on the non-module first. Okay, so open up code block. Okay, so array first. So we have three array. So the first one is customer account. So how do we declare this? As apa ni? Aduh, tak keluar pula nama ni. Ni hearts. Hearts apa ni? I couldn't see lah. Macam mana nak tengok lah. Hearts. Hearts lah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Alright. Okay, help me to do the declaration for the first array. Okay, account. Okay, how can I do the declaration for the customer account? This one. So what type of data? Integer, float, char? Heart.
Hello.
What's your
Yes,
name? Huh? Can you hear me? Is my
Yes, sir.
voice
Can you
clear?
hear me?
Yeah. Okay, so for the first array, how to do the declaration? Why do you mute? Don't mute. I'm asking you. Harcha. Hello.
Yes, sir. Sir.
Huh?
Hello.
Apa dia? Sorry?
Hello. Sir.
Sorry? Hello. Right lah, right. Right. Right over here. Ada comment message ni, message section ni. So how to do the declaration? Heart. Ni ada ni. Ni nak tengok nama ni keluar lah. Type answer. How to do this? To do the declaration for custom account. Okay. So how to write it? What is the data type and what is the array name? Type over here. Harchana. Okay, Harchana. Okay, what is the data type? Harchana? Okay. Customer account, and then it's an array, right? Incomplete. Array. How do you declare array? Harchana? Hello? Harchana. Okay. 7. Correct. Alright. Okay, 7 lah. Okay. So fixed value 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, 7. Then we can just declare 7 unless the question mention example of the inputs is shown like in table 1. So this is an example kan. So it can be 10 value, 30 value. So that one should be dynamic The size of the array should be dynamic. But in this case, this is the exact data. So fixed size is 7 So correct
Sir.
Number numeric kan. So you may also use integer no problem. Unless there's a symbol in between. For example, 7, 8. Yes? Yeah?
I want to ask why it's not char.
Yes?
Why it's not in.
That's what I'm trying to explain over here, okay? So since this is a numeric, so it is easier for us to use int, integer. Okay, unless there's a 7, for example, there's a symbol 7, 8, dash, 7, 8, minus 8, 2, 2, 4, for example. That one, we must use char, okay? But in this case, it is integer. So you don't have to use char. But if you want to use char, it is not something like this, okay? It must be in the form of 2D. 2D for example, if you want to use as a char instead of integer. So account, If you do like this, then you can only store A, B, C, D, E, F, G. That's all. Okay. Not 7 account, 7 character only. Okay, so don't get confused with this. Uh, I think we have discussed this during the class, and so if you want to use char, so this should be, for example, 10. So meaning that you can store up to 7 account. Each account can have 10 characters. Okay, this is the correct way if you want to use char. Okay, but again, since it is a number, so just use integer. Okay, so this one can store up to 7 numbers. Okay, so next is gallons. So how can we declare gallons? Gaussian. 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 Oh, mine also problem. Okay, right over here. How to declare gallons? Right. Gallons. Okay, right answer. Okay, INT gallon. Gallon INT so over here gallon 7. Okay, next we have, okay, we already identify charges charges as array. So how we declare this one? Young Chishan.
Yes, sir.
Okay, how do we declare this? Charges?
Charges. Also int, then charges. If array. Oh, no 7.
Are you sure INT? Confirm?
Oh no. Floating point. Float.
Float, okay. Alright, so there's a point over there. So we use float. Okay, float. Charge. Then size. 7 lah. The same
Yeah.
Okay, next is to identify the rest of the variable. So the variable, possible variable is this one. So where do you want to store number 7 ni? So we can store it in the, this is number of account account, total account, boleh tak? Okay, total account total account, that one is integer total account so if you enter 7, it will be, it will store 7 over here. Okay, next. Okay, this one done. Okay, this one done. And next we have total customer. Total customer is similar with this value so this value over here will be displayed over here again. So meaning that this is taken from total account. Okay, and then we have total gallon and total charges. Okay, total gallon integer, total charges float. Okay, we have total gallon and total Total charge. Okay, next. Next, the process is, what is the first process? Input, right? Input. So input lah. Input. Input. Okay, input. Enter. Okay, so user enter. Scan F. %D, comma, variable. What is a variable? Muhammad Amirul. Muhammad Amirul.
Yes, sir.
Okay, what's the variable over here?
Variable for account. Total account.
Total account. Okay, thank you. Okay. Okay, then. Okay. So this is the main thing, array. So how can we do this process? Inputs involving array. We start with what? Input, array input. Nalin.
So could you repeat the questions again?
Okay, how can we start the input process involving array? So what should we put over here?
Printf for
Input
customer
array.
account or input array.
Input array. There's array
Or
and there's input. Before we put printf, scanf, we must put what first? Remember?
Have to declare this.
Everything already declared. Before we input the array. Sorry? Sorry, what?
For
Array
for
comes paired with for loop. Okay. Anything that related with array most of the time will be paired with for loop. So what should I put over here? I equal to
1.
I equal to 0. Why 0?
Because I don't know, sir. If I would put 1 twice, sir.
Cannot one. Because this is array. Array, we must put I equal to 1. But the question is why? If I equal to 0, you cannot start with 1. For array only. This is, we are talking about array.
But
Because the index. Index. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Hello? Okay. Because of the index. What is index? Index is, okay, for example, we have account 7. Okay, the size is 7. Okay, so this is the size. And then we have elements. So the elements of array is ACC0, ACC1, ACC3 until ACC Until ACC what?
7.
No. Okay, if you have ACC 7, okay, so this is the size kan during the creation. So the elements, okay, the elements are ACC 0, ACC 1 until ACC 6 kan.
6.
So you will get 7. Okay. So 7 consists of 1, 2 until 6. 7. So these are array elements. Kan? Array elements. And what's inside over here? If this is the size, this is indexed. Okay, so each element is represented by the index number. Okay, index number. So this is what we put in our looping. Okay, we start with index 0. Kan? We start with the first element, which is index 0. Okay, and then I what is the condition?
Less than 7.
Correct. Okay, I less than 7. Okay, this is so that our loop will start with 0. Okay, and then it will update by 1. Okay, in each loop, so that it will move from index 0, it will move to +1, index 1, +1, index 2, +3, index and so on. Okay, until it reach index 6. Okay, index 6, and then 7 it will stop. Okay, so that one is to move this so that it will access all the elements. Right?
Sir, may
Okay,
I
thank you,
ask?
Nalin. Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
Based on my understanding, because the questions, because the question said customer account 1, right, sir? So shouldn't we do I equal to 1 because we wanna display the 1?
All right. That one. Okay. That one is cosmetic. Cosmetic. Okay. That one is for display purpose. But at the back, we store it inside of the first index, which is 0. Okay. Later on, I will show you how to play around with the cosmetic.
Okay,
Okay.
sir, thank you.
This one is 7. So 7 is actually okay. Also the value input by user over here, right? So over here, user can enter maximum is 7 kan, but if user enter 6 also acceptable lah kan. So this should be similar with this one. Okay. If user enter 7, then it becomes 7. If user enter 6, it becomes 6 lah. It will loop only 6 times. Okay. Alright. Okay, so moving to this. Okay, this is what Nadim been asking, okay? Okay. Okay. Ong Xiao Min.
Yes, sir.
Alright, any idea how can we what is the codings going to be for this statement over here? Okay, let me put this for you first. So first we have printf, right? And inside loop kan? Okay, printf. Printf. Okay. Let's put it /n, new line. Okay, anything to change over here?
The number one.
Okay, number 1 should be changed to
The symbol.
what symbol? Percent. Percent what?
Person D.
Correct. Very good. Okay, so percent D will be presenting what variable? Okay, comma.
Total account.
If you put total account, what will happen over here? Okay, for example, we put total account. What will happen? Okay, so look. Okay, so after user enter 7 over here, so total account 7, Okay, I 0. So printf customer account 7. Is it correct?
No.
Suppose customer account 1, right? So how can we make 1 appear? Okay, this one correct already, but this one should be what? How can we make the system print 1?
I equal to 1, sir.
1. Yeah, correct. Not equal. I plus 1. Okay. I plus with 1. Near, okay. Almost kan. Okay. I plus 1. Okay. So that when okay, you can test this, Okay. It's good to do a little bit of the coding and then straight away you run it so that you won't get so much error at the end of your your development. Okay. Try to solve the error one by one. Okay, for example 7. Okay. Okay, you see customer 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So is it correct? Is it correct?
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Correct kan? Okay, correct already. Okay. So we can move to the next one is what? Sambung ni. Tadi siapa tadi? Ong Xiaomin. Okay, so what should be next?
Scan F.
Yeah, correct. Scan F. Okay, scan F. And then?
Percent D.
Customer account. Percent D. Okay, comma. And the variable?
And
Okay, what's the correct? And then?
7.
7. Like this. Is it? Is this what you mean? 7. Are you sure? Okay, let's see. Okay, if you put 7 over here, okay, you run the program. Okay, user enter 7. Okay, this one, okay, customer account 1. Okay, scan F. Okay, user enter 1000, for example, 1000, and it will be stored in ACC 7. So second loop. Okay, user enter 2000. It will be stored in ACC7? Are you sure? Because we have ACC0, ACC1 until ACC6 only. These are the elements that we want to store the data. Okay? So is it correct?
No.
So how can we access all the elements? Starting with ACC0.
ACCI.
Then move to ACCI. Correct. Okay, good. So it should be dynamic, eh? If you put a fixed value over there, then it will always access ACC7, which is not correct, kan? Because ACC7 is not exist. Okay, maximum is ACC6 only. Okay, so ACCI. So it will move following the counter. Eh? If counter 0, it will become 0. Counter 1, it will become 1. So it will access and then user enter in the correct elements. Okay, correct. Okay, so next. Next is for the, can we already done this? And then for this one. Okay, for this one. No Sabrina. Okay,
Yes, sir.
Xiaomi, you may mute your microphone. Okay. For gallon usage for customer. Okay, let me copy this for you. Copy. Sini, over here. Is it over here? Or we need to create another loop?
No need. No need new loop.
No need, Okay, can be shared, Okay. Balance. Anything to change over here?
Letak I plus 1. Dia,
Okay, same, I plus 1 and then what else?
scan F.
Okay, ni dulu, This one first, Scan D.
Scan D.
Okay, then scan F. Percent.
D.
Okay, percent D. Comma. And
Total gallon.
total gallon. Are you sure?
Yes kot.
Ni. Total gallon. So over here, user enter total gallon again. Over here, user enter total gallon. So the value is going to be replaced. First total gallon is 2488. Second total gallon 3589. So it will replace the first total gallon. Is it correct? So
Yes.
in the end, you will not get this one. If you do like that, over here gallon, you will only get 2364. 2364, 2364, 2364, 2364, 2364. Is it correct? Because total gallon can only store one value.
Okay. Gallon a gallon.
So, gallon kan? Gallon. Then?
I.
Okay, gallon I. Okay, if you want to store more than one value, you must use array. Okay, thank you. So before we proceed, okay, try again. Make sure it is free from error and Okay, for example, user enter, boleh enter kan. So can enter, then it's good lah. Alright. Slash n. Okay, so next. Okay, next is, okay, this one compute already. Okay, next is to do the calculation to get the charges kan. To get the charges. So that one we must refer to this over here. Okay. So what is the condition for this one? You want to calculate the charges ni. We get the gallon already. Okay. So next is to calculate the charges based on the gallon kan. Minimum charge is 4.4 fixed rate. So minimum charge is how many gallon? How many gallon is for minimum charge? Show Jenny.
Yes, sir. Less than 500.
Yeah, how many gallons is? Correct. Okay, so less than 500. So where should we put our coding?
Outside the for loop.
Are you sure? Okay, let's say outside. Okay, so start with what?
I don't know, sir.
No, so that you just mention less than 500. That one is correct. Try. Less than 500. Okay. What is less than 500?
Will it start with if?
What is what? Okay, if. Okay,
If gallon is less
Then what?
than if gallon is less than 500,
okay, less than 500.
gallon times 4.4.
This is fixed rate.
Oh,
Fixed rate meaning that these are the rate kan? Is it?
I think so.
Betul tu. So charge lah. How we write it? What is the equation over here?
I think charge equals to 4.4.
Charge equal to 4.4. Okay, almost. Okay. Alright. Okay, first. Gallon is array, right?
Yeah.
Kan?
Mm.
Charge also array. Okay, in order for array to work properly, you must specify. Okay, what element of the array? Okay, so how can we put a specific elements? By, okay, you can refer to this. This is specific. Okay, this is specific. Meaning that if I0, it will be specific to element 0. If I1, it will become specific to element 1. So how can we be specific for gallon? See, this is array. You cannot leave it without this symbol.
So after gallon, we have to open the square bracket and put I.
Yeah, correct. This one,
Yeah.
And then, what else? How about charge?
Same goes to charge, I think.
Okay, same goes to charge. You must put I, because it is array. Okay, correct.
Mm.
Okay, however, I is for what? For looping, right? This one is outside of the loop. So what are you missing over here?
Oh, it must be inside the for loop.
It must be inside of for loop. Okay, so remember this. If involving array, most of the time it must be paired with loop. Doesn't matter whether it is input, it is calculation, or it is output. Most of the time it will come paired with for loop. Okay, either you want to separate the loop or you may combine. Which you may combine is between input and calculation. You may combine in one loop. Okay, or you want to separate also can. Okay, do another loop over here, the same loop. Okay, for example over here. Okay, do loop specifically for the calculation also can, but it is wasting your computational resources. Okay, so what you can do is combine. Okay, combine together. Okay, combine it with input loop. Can no problem. Okay, let's say we combine. Okay, put it over here. Okay, so next is what? Okay, next is this one. Else if between 500 to 4,000. Else if
Gallon I.
gallon I
More than 500, less than or equals to 4,000.
more than 500. Is it including 500?
No. Oh yeah.
Yeah, kan? Next 500. So including 500. Okay, 500. And then what?
Less than or equals to 4,000.
What less than?
Gallon I.
What is the
Gallon I more.
this one must be what?
And ampersand.
Don't forget this symbol. No, N only. And this one, and then gallon. Gallon I. What is it?
More
Less
than
than?
or equals to 4,000. Oh, less than or equals to 4,000.
Is it more than? Okay. Okay, less than 4,000. Okay, so we do the calculation over here. So this one I let you guys figure out what is the calculation. So I'm just putting 11 over here, but this is wrong. Okay. So figure out what is the equation later on.
Okay.
And then else what? Touch I equal to what? This is also you guys figure it out. Okay, figure out by yourself. Okay, the equation. So equation 1 what? Equation 2 what? Okay, all right. Thank you. Okay, so we have all these values already. Okay, all the charges we get already. Okay, done. So that's the process to get all the charges. Next is to get what? That one is charges. Next is to get what? Season Chua.
Yes, sir.
Okay, next is to get what?
Total customer.
Total customer. Okay, total customer Okay, so how to calculate total customer?
Total customer is equal to the number of enter.
Yeah, this one kan? Alright.
Yeah.
No need to calculate lah. So the one that we need to calculate, what?
Total gallon.
Okay, total gallon. How do we calculate total gallon? Huh? BCI1023. You ever answer my question?
Add all the gallon was enter.
Sorry, what? What is the equation to calculate total gallon? You got the gallon over here, right? So how can we get the total gallon? This is a normal total, to calculate total. For example, total sum kan. It's the same equation. How to calculate total gallon?
Total gallon equal to total gallon plus gallon I.
Correct. Okay. So where we put that equation?
Huh? What?
Where do we put that equation?
After
Is it inside the loop or outside the loop?
outside the loop.
Are you sure? Okay, for example, total gallon. Total gallon equal to, wait, is it hot? Total gallon equal to plus gallon kan? Okay, that one is correct. Okay, this one So there's I over there. So if you put it outside, what is I? You see? What is I? So you cannot put it outside. Okay, anything again I remind, anything involving array, it must come pair with for loop. Meaning that either you create a new loop or you put it over here. Okay, instead of for loop. This for loop. Okay, understand?
Okay.
Right. Okay, thank you. So next, to calculate total charges. One IDA.
Calculate total charges, sir.
Yeah.
Bawah
Equation
total gallon.
what is the equation? Okay, over here.
So total charges equal
Yeah.
to total charges plus charges I.
Right. Correct. Okay. Thank you. Okay. So we get all the equation. So next is next step is to print. To print lah kan. Okay. Mana ni? To print the output. So these are the output. Okay, let us print this part of first. Okay, how do we print this? This is array kan, customer account, gallon, charges. Any idea how do we want to print this? Yong Chining.
Yes, sir.
Okay, how do we print
Uh,
this one? Where should we start?
4.
Sorry?
In a for loop,
Which for? New for or this for?
new for.
New for, correct So for input and output, most of the time we separate the looping because of the sequence is not in sequence Okay. Okay, so what should I put over here? Is it the same with this one?
No sense.
No? Then what is it?
Put. Same.
Same
Same.
It's the same Okay. If you are working with the same input array, then for output also the same. Unless you want to print different array from this one. So it is different Okay, because the size is different, for example Okay. And then what?
Print F.
Okay. Print F.
Bracket. Bracket for comma. Customer account.
This one?
Yeah. Yeah.
This? Is it? Okay, and then?
And then the comma close.
Comma?
Sudah.
Okay, next what?
Print F and bracket and put the percentage.
Percent?
Percentage.
Percent what?
D.
Percent D.
And space to Taylor.
Sorry, what? I
Space.
couldn't hear you.
Space.
Test.
The
Space.
space.
Space,
Space bar.
Okay.
To the under the column.
Under gallon.
Then the
Okay, and then?
percentage D.
Okay, and then? F.
Yeah.
Space. Then?
Percentage F.
percent F.
Ah.
Okay, then
and comma
okay, comma
ACC bracket I,
okay,
comma gallon bracket I, and comma charge bracket I. Then close
alright.
the symbol.
Okay, let's look at our friend answer. Okay. Okay, have a look. Okay, 3. Let's say 1 1 This is just a test okay, alright. Okay, anything to change?
The float the float changed to dot to F,
Okay,
and
and then what else?
and need to put the stroke N.
Okay, what else? The title. How many times it appear? This one, the title Customer account gallon charges. Customer account gallon charges. In the question, how many times? Only once, Okay, so what should we do about it? How can it appear only once?
Take out from for loop.
Okay, correct. So take out from the for loop and put it where?
Before
Before or after? Okay, before 4, correct Put it over here. Okay, dito apa? Slash n Slash n percent 0.2. Okay. Anything else?
RM.
Huh? N? This one N? Okay, let's try Okay, 3. Okay. Bye. N. Okay. Okay, so moving on. Okay, thank you. So lastly is to print. This is simple just print this print everything First print total customer. One time one time shouldn't be inside of the loop So print F. Okay, total customer. This is total ACC. And print F. Total gallon. Okay. Plus Total charges. Right. Charges. Good, Okay, so once finish. Okay, once finish, then we can dah siap ke ni? Finish, right? Anything else? Tak ada, right? Okay, then we can move to the module part. Module part, Okay, module. Okay, so go to the module requirement. First, we must have function calculate charges. Okay. So, okay, let us create a function first. Okay, do you still remember how to create function, class? This step. So first we identify kan. Ni mesti dah lupa dah ni. Okay, first identify the statement that we want to move from the original location to the function. So in this case, we need to move what? Function calculate charges that receive water usage in gallon and return water charges. Okay, receive water usage in gallon. Who receive this? This function lah. Okay, this function receive water usage in gallon and return water charges. Return kan? Ada return lah. So this one already give to you kan what it should return. It should return water charges. Meaning that it is non-void. Non-void. It have return value, become non-void. Okay, and it receive water usage in gallon. So based on this, which part of the program should we take and put in the function? Starting with what line until what line? Okay, line number what? Goes back to tadi yang Chinese kan? Kan? Yang Chinese dah kan? Back to Muhammad. Tak jumpa lagi ni Muhammad apa ni tadi ni. Ni the first name ni. Muhammad apa? Back to you. CB20070. Ni yang tak ada suara tadi ke? Muhammad Akmaluddin. Akmaluddin. Ada lagi tak Akmaluddin? Okay. So starting line number what until line number what? Statement line number what? You want to take up and put it in a function calculate total charges. Line number what? Okay, 17 until ada? Tengok lagi. Hmm? 30. 30, okay. Tak. Mana tadi? Okay, 30. Okay. Alright. over here Okay, over here, correct Okay. If you put this one as well, wrong. Okay, because the function should receive gallon and not generate gallon kan. Gallon should be generated by main. Okay, so it should be over here. Okay, to calculate charge and finally calculate total charge. So this one need to be excluded. Okay, total gallon is not including in the function. So over here lah. Okay, so only this statement over here. Okay, so cut the statement and this is the step kan. Step to create function. Replace with function call. The function call is function name lah. Put the function name. Calculate charges. Calculate charges. Okay, function call Okay, so okay. So we assume it is a void and first we assume it is void. Calculate. Okay. Charges and paste. Okay, paste it over here. Okay. Okay, thank you. Okay, so next step is remember, next step is what? Next step is what? Cut and paste dan okay. Apa ni? Harchana. Harchana, what's the next step? Type. If you couldn't speak, type. Boleh speak ke? Boleh. Boleh. Harchana. Dah okey dah mic. Next step is declare. Belum lagi. Declare last. Declare what? Sorry, declare what? Declare what? Okay, declare what? Declare main. What is this? What is declare main? No. The step to create function. First we identify the statement and then we cut. We create the function definition. We paste. Lupa dah ni. Aduh, nak test ni besok ni. Macam mana ni nak test ni? Okay, next step is to determine whether this one is void or non-void. Kan? So for that, we need to look at the function call. Okay, function call and look at the statement below. Is there any value below that require value generated by this function? Kan? Yes kan? This function generate total charge. Okay, it generate total charge. So total charge is needed over here. Alright. So it need to pass. So how to pass? Return Okay, return total charge over here. Okay. So total charge first time used in this function. So it need to be declared. Kan, total charge is float. Originally in main total charge is float. So this one just follow. Okay. So returning float. So this one, is it going to be void or non-void?
Non-void.
Non-void. Non-void.
Non-void. Non-void lah kan. Because we return a value, so it is not void. So return float, this one is going to be a float. Okay. Return integer, this one is going to be integer. Then return value over here. Then inside of the function call in main, it must receive. Okay, return to whom kan? Return to main lah. Return to the function call. Okay, so we are returning total charge to the function call. So return to the function call must receive. So how it receive? By equal. Okay, this one meaning that it receives the return value. If it is a void, there's no receive. Since it is no return in. Okay. Okay, done. Okay, next. To determine whether this one should be parameter or without parameter. Okay. Again, same thing. We look at the function call, but this time we look at the statement above. Look for what? Look for any value that is required for operation in calculate charge. So in calculate charge, it require gallon. It require charge. Okay. Sorry, it doesn't require charge. It generate charge. Okay. It require gallon to generate charge and to generate total charge. Okay, so the most important thing is gallon lah. So how can we pass gallon to function calculate charges? How we want to transfer gallon to function calculate charges? Tadi siapa? Ni Gaussian. Hmm? Are you here? Okay. So how can we transfer? How to transfer gallon? From here, this point over here, you want to transfer to function calculate charges. Okay, correct. So how do you write it? Cuba write kat situ. Right. How do you write it? As a parameter kan? Okay, how do you write it? Okay, just write down the answer. Okay. Kausalya. How do you write it? Okay, the answer is correct. Put the value as parameter. But how do you write it? Hello? Roselia? Are you here? Roselia? What is that? There's no parameter. This is function prototype. Not passing a parameter. Roselia. Passing parameter is at this point. Okay, this point. Passing parameter inside of function call. Not function prototype. So passing parameter. Dr. Afian already explained how to passing array as parameter. Done right? Class?
Use pointer.
Huh?
Use
Use pointer. Okay, good. So today I will show you different way how to do it. This one is passing using not pointer. You may use pointer, it's up to you. Okay, this is I just show you the other way. Okay, first we pass the size of the array. Okay, in this case we want to pass gallon so we pass the size of the gallon. What is the size of gallon? 7, right? So it may be 7 or it may be total account. It's the same, right? 7 is equal to total account. So you may put 7 over here. You can. Or you may put total account. Also can. Let's say I use 7. Okay, then next step is write down the array name that you want to transfer, which is gallon. Gallon. Okay. That's it. Okay. First the size and then the name. So in the receiving part, okay, so you pass this and then this function will receive. So what will receive 7? What will receive 7? Seven will be stored in total account. I cannot, I will show you why not I. Okay, other than I. Other than I, boleh So maybe we can use the same, okay, total charge over here. That's why I say that this one can be 7 or total charge. You may put total charge over here or you may put 7. It's the same, okay. But the important part is the receiving end. So the receiving end, the one that we store 7. Okay, so total account. Total account. So this is total account. Okay, so this is first time use. So it is integer. And 7 is integer. So it receives 7. It must be integer. So next is we declare the array. Okay. So the array integer, gallon, and the size. Okay, the size is total ACC. That's why we need this. Okay, because in the end we need to declare it again. Okay, so this gallon over here will have the same address as this gallon over here because we are passing the first address of gallon over here. Okay, this is actually we are passing the first address of array gallon. Okay, it has 7 address 7 element consists of 7 address. Each element has different address. So the first element address, which is index 0, will be passed over here and will be received as the address of first gallon over here. So it is basically the same address. Okay, it refers to the same address. Okay, understand? Okay, understand? Understand or not? This is how you pass the array using not pointer. This is not a pointer. Okay. Is it all that we need to transfer, class? Yeah. How about charge? Okay. How about charge? Look at this. Charge is inside of function calculate charges. Okay. But it is not being written. Kan? It is not being written. In the end, we need to use charge, right? In main, we need to use charge, okay, to print. Okay. Inside of print, we need to print charge. But charge currently inside of function calculate charges. So how can we transfer charge from calculate charges to main? Any idea? We cannot return. Return can only return one value. You cannot put return total charge and then return charge. No, cannot kan? Because return can only return one value. And again, charge is an array, right? So how you want to pass down all the array in one return? So cannot do like this, right? So any idea how we can transfer charge from calculate charge to main so that main can print the value over here? Young tuition? Any idea?
Set to the own location, the own address.
How to do that?
Not sure,
Charge here?
but I think it's need to set to the own address. Then because have area now, then Min can get the charge.
Yeah. How you do that?
How to know?
How you do that? It's the same process. Okay, it's the same process as I mentioned earlier. How can we share the address? How can we share the address? Share the address of charge between main and function calculate charge. I just explained it. By putting charge as parameter. Understand? So we are passing the address of charge over here. Okay, and then the size of charge is 7 kan. So it can share this value kan. So no need to create 7 for the size kan. No need since it is the same kan. Unless the size of charge is 10, then we put 10 over here lah. Or the variable that store the size of charge. Since it is the same, so we can just use this value. So charge will be passed, the address of charge will be passed over here, and it will be received by function calculate charge to array charge, and the size is total ACC 7 kan. Total ACC. So now it link this charge with this charge already. So it have the same address. So what's the benefit of having the same address? Anything changes over here inside of function calculate charges, it will also affecting the calculate the charge. Sorry, the charge inside of function main. So now it have the same value as charge over here. You understand it, class? Understand or not?
So did I
Any question?
change every I to total ACC? Okay.
Sorry, what?
Did I need to change
Sorry.
all the I in the if else statement to total ACC?
Okay, correct. So this seems odd, right? So this is a hanging I, right? Without any value. Okay. So this is very important. So it's good you notice it. Okay. So this one cannot work unless you put another 4 over here. Okay. So any array, any operation of array must be paired with 4. So the 4 is currently inside of main. So you cannot use this 4, right? This is belong to main, right? So you need to create another 4 over here. That's the easiest one. So just create another 4. Okay, the same. Okay, the same 4. You put it over here. Okay. Okay, declare I. What else to declare? Dash done. Okay, so last is to Control C, Control V. Two. Okay. Is it correct? Total charge. Wrong, right? 4.4 plus 4.4 plus 4.4 got 30.8. Is it correct? Wrong lah, so something wrong with the calculation lah. So anybody can point to me what should we put over here to make it a correct calculation? Just put equal to 0 lah, kan? Settle lah, kan? Otherwise it won't find what's the value for the first loop of total charge, kan? Total charge value what? So you put 0 then 0 lah. 0 plus what, kan? Okay. Also wrong. What else? Wrong pula, kan? What else? Hmm. Four point four. 30.8. Mana pula dapat ni? .8. Return total charge. Total charge. Okay, let's test this. Equal to percent F. Look. Oh, sorry. Okay. 30.7. How come? 30.7. Wait,
So I think maybe it's the 7
why did I couldn't see?
total ACC because all 7 times 4.4 equal to 30.8.
7? Sorry, what?
I think maybe the calculation is the times all 7 times 4.4, so equal the total charge become the 30.8.
This one? Huh? So what should I change?
Can I see upside? Maybe yeah. Just guess. Mean
Yeah. Main Okay.
maybe change this total charge equal to calculate charges 7 dot gallon per mole charge, but that 7 change to total ACC maybe.
7 and then 7 change.
To total ACC.
Total ACC.
Just try.
Okay. No, 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 no. Wait. Supposedly it's okay. You can pass any value over here. Never mind this. Let's try. Why you cannot pass 7? 3, 1. Oh, cannot. Okay, cannot pass 7. Why cannot?
Because the total ACC not same to the 7. We not enter 7 times maybe.
Wait. Why cannot 7 eh? I'm just curious why cannot 7. Let me see the total HHC value first eh. There must be a reason why cannot end. Total HCC. Let's look at. Oh, okay, because I entered 3, right? Supposedly 7 eh? Is that affecting, let me test 3 eh? 0. Okay, that one if 3. So let's say if I change this to 7, so what will happen? Okay, 1. Oh, it doesn't get the value eh?
Why?
Good. Okay, never mind. Okay, so for now avoid lah until I get what's the cause of this eh? So just don't use constant value, use variable lah to send the size. This is for the size eh? So important it affect the system eh? So the size should be sent in variable. Okay, all right, so you will get the correct value. Okay, mak tempat ni nak explain eh. So we have actually one more function. This is the easiest one eh. The print function eh. Print function which is to print this only. This part only. Okay, this part only eh. Receive customer info, water usage and water charges. This is not included in the function. Okay, only this part. Okay, so for this, I let you guys complete the program boleh eh? Complete the program to include this function. Okay, you may use the pointer to pass the parameter, or you may use this one okay. It's up to you. So I will give you this code, and then you finish everything and submit through Kalam. Boleh guys? Okay, can you do that?
Okay, sir.
All right, good. Okay, so any question before we end? Don't get confused with the problem the problem with the 7 just don't use fixed over here. Just use variable when you want to transfer the size. This is for the size size of the array size of the array. Okay, transfer the size using variable. No question? If no question, then that's all for today. So good luck for your hot 2.
Sir,
Okay, thank you. Yes, question.
I have a question, but out of this area is if the if else statement, how can I put the string? Maybe if the name equal to Aman, then the cost equal to 1 like this. Because I try many times also cannot run in the string.
Oh, decision If decision you want to compare string, you must use string compare. String compare. You cannot use okay, for example, the decision if like this name equal to Ali. Is this what you mean?
Yeah.
You cannot use like this for string. So you must use string compare. Okay, strcmp name, comma, Ali. The statement, if I'm not mistaken, like this. Okay. Double check lah. So this one will compare name with Ali. You cannot simply equal to Ali. No, cannot. You must use string compare. Okay.
So if
Alright.
if string compare name equal to comma Ali equal to 0, then else also string compare name equal comma, then Aman equal to 0 also.
Yeah. Yes, correct.
Okay, faham.
Okay. Okay, anything else? Okay, no question. Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you. Assalamualaikum.
So in this
lagi?
question paper, they say we must do flowchart and hand it in. Our hot also must do flowchart as well.
I forget about the question because I'm not the one who do this question.
Oh, okay.
If the question asks you to do flowchart, then you have to do lah. If no, then no need.
All right.
I think no need. But just prepare, okay?
Okay. Thank you,
Just
sir.
prepare if there's a flowchart. Okay.
Okay.
Alright. Now, any other question? No? No, Okay, thank you. Assalamualaikum.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Sir,
So,
Huh?
can I ask about the assessment?
What assessment?
The mini project, the flow chart.
Mini project. Better you ask Dr. Fian. Dr. Fian will give the marking. Okay? Not me. Same for the hot. Hot also will be marked by Dr. Fian.
Okay.
So better you ask him what he want from you, okay?
Okay. Okay.
sir,
Yep.
the hot will be include the pointer, right, sir? Or not?
Pointer. Array, yes. Function, yes. Pointer, if you want to, let me double check. Forget already. Did I share my screen? No, right?
No, sir.
Am I sharing? No, right?
No.
Okay, check first. Okay, no flowchart. Pointer. No pointer unless you want to use pointer as a parameter. But no specific mentioning pointer. But pointer is very easy, right? Okay.
So means like parameter like sir do just now, instead of using pointer sir do like sir did just now, so we can just follow the sir did, right?
Yes.
So,
And
oh,
also if you want to use parameter passing by reference then you need to use ni lah. You need to use pointer.
okay. Sir.
Okay.
Okay, sir, thank you.
Right.
Okay.
Sir. Sir,
Yeah.